Microphone, yes, working. Right. And my hair is doing all kinds. I need to cut it again. Getting a bit long again. Anyways, good afternoon, everybody. How are things? Although I have a feeling nobody's here yet because it's very quiet. However, right, just making sure I put a post on Jelly's Discord. Yes. I promise I am working on my own Discord. I've got some of the things set up already. I've got a bot. I've got the onboarding working. I just need to set up roles, things like that. So that you actually have something. Something that actually is workable and people can actually do something with. So, on request of you guys, like I said, I started with it and then thought, I only have like 100 followers. Why should I do it? And now it's becoming more people, regular subscribers. So I thought, yeah, if you guys want a Discord, I'll set the Discord up. Then you can get pings from Discord when I go live. So, you know, it helps. Apologies for being slightly late. My ADHD was ADHDing and I spent a lot of time till I realised suddenly it was 3:30 and I was like, ooh, I better get working. Because I spent a little bit of work on the little breadboard, trying to get it to be removed from the glue that I put on now that we're using magnets. So yeah, make it a little bit more nicer. I'm going to put some foam clay on that side so it's not all the metal showing. So we can have it nice and small. So yeah, I was working on that, not realizing the time. So, happens. So what we're going to do today, if things go right, and at the moment I think we're pretty much at that stage where we can do this, we'll be putting the lid on. And we have a fully sandwiched base. We're gonna do some more testing to make sure everything fits, everything goes through, everything works. I need to glue down the little top that will hold down the plastic PVC pipe that's inside. We need to glue in the little stopper at the end. And we need to make a decision whether we're gonna put a magnet in there or not. I still don't know, because feels like it. If you put it in, it's have the extra. But yeah, we'll have to have a look. So, but that's kind of what we're planning on doing. In the meantime, those of you who were here on Wednesday or who have watched just my last YouTube channel, if you watch this on YouTube, about the atelier witch that we did. JR! Good afternoon. How are you? No photographing today. Sorry, something's tickling in my throat. I have been sanding, so probably did something there. So, oh, that's better. Because you can't do that with hot coffee. So, missed you on Wednesday, by the way, JR. I assume you had other occupations. Ah, yes. I've been mostly busy. So I spent most of my free time, for the artillery witch, researching braiding. So for the military braiding that's on the cape, what to use, what size to use, and all that, and finding things that might work. But also I've spent a lot of time just sanding and trying to. The camera doesn't pick it up. Well, I've been filling up. Well, you can see a little bit there in the corner where I've been filling and where I've been sanding and then sanding and sanding and a lot of sanding. So that's kind of what I've been doing. Besides work, of course. Now the nice thing is, so next week, May 1st falls on a Thursday. Now I'm always off on Wednesdays, so that's why I started streaming on Wednesdays, because it gives me time to get ready for the stream. And so that's a day off. It's both a bank holiday, it's a day of the Labor Day. So both in Belgium and in Poland. So I live in Poland. I work for a Belgian bank. So since both of them have a day, bank holiday, I'm off on a Thursday. Now here in Poland, on the 3rd of May, it's Independence Day, I think. Or it's something related to Poland, not a religious thing for a change. So, because it falls on a Saturday, Polish people are off on another day, and my work has decided we can do it on the 2nd. Now, it's not a bank holiday for Belgium, so before we had a Belgian colleague that worked on my same department that I work in, we would have to decide who of us is going to work. But since we now have a colleague that works in Belgium that's not off, he can work on that Friday, and both me and my other colleague that lives here in Poland, we're off on the Friday. So now I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So hopefully that will give me some time to do some more stuff on the atelier, which things that I can't stream. So like cutting out things for the cape and stuff like that. I have to do it on my floor. I can't really do it in this room. This table's not large enough. At least I don't think so. I might have to test that out. But yeah. So we have some plans. But yeah. It's I've been sanding. that's how it feels like my free time has been spent. Sanding. But I do feel it's pretty smooth now on the inside, because once I put the top layer on, it's harder to get on the inside. So now that you've got one side, I can just literally put my finger on and go like, yeah, that's pretty straight. But once I put that lid on, that's got the other lid on, it's gonna be like a gully, and then it's really, really hard. I mean, I don't did it. Oh, I thought I put them down, but no, I forgot to put my old things down. So yeah. That's what we're going to do today. Do I need to put a magnet in here? In the little lid? Oop. Do I need to do anything else before I put the top layer on? But yeah, kind of what we're working on. Right. Right, making sure everything's going right. All the settings. Oh, also I changed. On Wednesday we had funk. It was alright, but yeah. I decided to change the metal channel. So, emo channel still not open, so no pop punk. Right, okay. Anyways, let's show what we're doing. Here we go. So I've also spent a lot of time today with a little bit of IPA alcohol to clean off any of the glue residue that was on here, since we're now using a magnet, and you know, working on a little bit of this so that it's a little bit you know, nicer block. I'm probably going to cover this with a bit of foam clay and then sand it straight. And then I'm going to paint this black so that when it goes in here, move it around, yoink. So when I go in here, it's nice and it's dark, and because it's we tested it, like it's not falling out. Well, I'm quite happy with that. Now I do have to paint this black. You can see the magnet sitting there. That's fine. I did put the tools in there, didn't I? Yeah. Like. At least you survived your visit from the family. Oh, I remember. I changed the camera a little bit so I could. Because I took a picture of the artillery witch helmet that we were working on, and I needed to lean it so that it stood upright. So it's that's about. That's better. There we go. So I'm just going to quickly. Because I have to wait for this to dry. So quickly paint this black. So it's protected and it doesn't look like so grey. So the battery's going to sit. Oh, we need to do that. We need to make sure that the battery fits in here and has no problems. But I need to have paint. And I forgot to get some kitchen roll. Damn it. I guess we just have to grab a different brush, one that's not. Here we go. That's okay. Coffee's in the way. I think when I make this black, the little bump of the magnet isn't so obvious. No, still obvious. Anyway, so be it. Most of this is not going to be visible anyway, but if I ever take this to a competition, then it's like the inside looks nice as well. Look. Okay. And you're going to see that a little. So just make it black as well. Just that anything comes in contact with anything, that making sure that. Now another thing I've been doing is doing some testing, because I noticed that if there's any foam clay in between normal foam, the foam clay is a bit more shiny, and It's just, it makes it more obvious that there's some patching done. So I want to have a look at, can I put something over it before I paint it that makes it, not as visible. So like an extra primer. So somebody recommended me Hexflex, but I have a feeling that it's very similar to the paint that I'm using here, is the Cos paint. Because you're not going to tell me that there's going to be 3 different sorts of producers of this stuff. Just pretty sure there's one producer and different people buy from them and repackage them in their own. So I'm doing some tests with some Mod Podge, matte Notch Podge, some PVA glue. So we're gonna have a test of like different things and see if there's anything that works. I might have to get out the plastic dip, but I have pretty sure that I've tried that and plastic dip's the same problem. So right. You can go there, you can go there. Now, I need to make sure that this is in the right position. So that when I put this on, okay. Whether that is, I need to remove it. Okay. Because this sticks out, so measuring. That's 15, 17. Okay. That worked. Oh! Ah! Wrong one! Wrong button. Alright. Okay, let's try that again. That's where the edge is there and there. That fits, doesn't it? Do I need to fix some of the stuff that on here because it's sticking out here? Yes, but we'll fix that. So, and now I still have to let that dry a little bit more, but I'm pretty sure so that's where the pipe's going on this, so that should stay there, so that the wires can go over. Yes. That's actually perfect. So the wires, so in here you can see where the little strip is. But the, whoa, no you can't. Here you go. There's a little strip, this strip. And that's where the wires go over. So that's good. So I think we can glue this down. Whee! Glue! So first things first. Need that. Need 2 of these. And we need the little spreader. we need to mark where we have to paint. Alright. Because we don't have to paint. Yeah, for this we just need to paint this. Yes. Ah. Paint. Glue. There we go. Yeah. Oh yeah, I need to take this off, don't we? Almost there. Right. I need to get one of these, but then smaller. I'll have to have a look out for those. Slowly. Right. So once this is on, we may have the epic event of actually putting the lid on, the second part. Yeah, come on. All right. Gimme. Come on. Just realised I only put one glove on. Okay. Go. Let go. Let's put the other glove on before I do anything. And there's an ad starting in 30 seconds, so... no, not for those on YouTube, of course, but... those on Twitch. Right. Now, to let this dry for a second, so I can... that's the nice thing about using silicone, I can just remove the glue like that. There you go. Now time for some coffee. That side is pretty much almost ready. Almost wanted to grab the glue pop. That's not coffee. You can see a little bit of my screen there. Not much I can do about that. Can't go any higher. Should be. For me, this is the problem with screens. Like, I've got them on a... same on my living room where I have my gaming computer. I'm pretty tall. So, you know, to say the screen has to be like on this level. Needs to be higher. But... alright. Getting there. If that side's done, then the rest is definitely done. Alright. Yeah, we'll do it. Well, let's do it. Make sure it goes on straight. You all know how good I am with that. So, don't go where I don't want you to go. Go in there. Right. I think that was pretty successful. Now, just a test. Ooh, ow. What is it? Ow. I didn't, well, I could feel it, but it didn't hurt. Yeah, that does it. Okay, now, if I put this there, I need to make sure this needs to go that way around. I can put this in. And I can reach it. That looks alright. And where's the battery? Battery! It's a bit tight. That one goes in there. And the wires for the... put them there and I can grab them from there. I can even put it this way around because it's long enough. And my question is that solid enough? Looks like it. Okay. Works. It's not going anywhere. I mean, nothing like that will ever happen to it in the machine, but... no. Looks... it's fine. Right, excellent. You go there, and you go there. So, this is a momentous occasion. Oh yeah, I need to put that glue in. Ah, that's the question we were going to ask, weren't we? Alright, so... I put this in and it slots there. Okay. Put this on top. How could he go? Grab some tape. Just pretend that it's glued. Yeah. Okay, we'll pick that up in a second. Say that it's glued down. I need one more there. That means I have to pick up wherever the fuck am I glued? No, tape went to. Give me 1 second. Pretty much. Just to pretend that it's glued down. Where did my tape go? The hell? Give me a second. Oh, there. Right. Right, so does that feel secure enough? Do I need to put it's not gonna fall out. So I don't think I need to put a magnet in there. Sorry. Yeah, I don't think we need a magnet in there. Whew. It does feel very tight, but that's good, in a way. Usually. Right, take this tape off. Feels like a waste, but... Stop sticking to my gloves! Yeah, but I don't think... I mean, I'll show you in a second. Oh. So, this is going to be glued in. So, oh, helps if I show you, hopefully. So, this little... This little thing is going to stay in here. So, once it slots in, I don't think it needs a magnet because it feels quite secure. If I don't glue it in, I can't even... It will pull out. That's the only problem I just realised. Might be too tight and I won't be able to take it out without removing that. Let's glue this in. Because I couldn't even pull it out without it being there. So if I glue this in, we're gluing up double. I'm just hoping that it stays in when I push the pipe in. I can't do this without being suggestive. Because if it doesn't stay in place, that I can't push it in and out, then we need to think of something else. Then we might have to put a magnet in here, inside, and on the pipe, and not use this. Because if I can't get it out of this keeps, doesn't stay glued in. So let's pull out the super glue. and put some here. God damn it. Right. Put the lid on the super glue. Oh, that works. Oh, you can't see it on that camera. Well, I'll throw these fucking gloves away because I've got super glue on my thumb now. God damn it! Okay, it's dried up. Me and super glue really do not get along. Oh no, JR, what? I've just glued it in. Go on. Give me the bad news. Ah, this pot's not closing. There you go. That's pretty solid stuck in. Hopefully. When we now put this in, no, I don't know what you mean. You mean these skulls? These? They're just going to be on top. They're just on top of. They're just decoration. So they're just going to live on top here. They're not going to be like anywhere on the inside. It works though. Oh, let me put it in. So now you can. Oh, hang on. So you can put it in, and now I can pull it out. I might have to put a little bit here in front of it so it slides up, because it just hits the edge. But yeah, the rod's coming out. Yeah, this is what the so think that's right. That's how it's going to work. So this top part. No, I don't. No. The whole thing is that I need to be able to remove this to put it in halves, so that I can travel with it. Because now I've got two pieces that are like. The camera doesn't show it properly because I need a better setup. But so this comes out. This is how I'm going to be able to cover the holes. So so I pull it out. Did I hit it again? I accidentally hit my mic again, didn't I? So yeah, to have something else, I don't think is necessary. Because this is kind of how it's going to stick. Feels quite secure. And then, because even the magnets are so strong that I have to literally put my finger underneath the magnet, even with one magnet, to pull it out. So, because this is just going to be glued in place, because the handle's going to go on here. What I need to do though is mark a hole here on the pipe. I would need to mark on the pipe where in here it's near the soundboard. So I need to drill a hole in it, and I drill a hole here. So mark, because this is pretty much where the handle sits. So somewhere around here is going to be the hole where the wires come out for wires go in for the buttons. And where the pipe is in here, near the soundboard, I need to have a hole where the wires go out for the buttons. So when I take it apart, I can get to the wires and disconnect them. Or use what File sent me that are like magnetic connectors. I don't know if they will be working, but that's in principle the idea. So that once I've got the handle on here, I might need to make it slightly more shorter, because I know that to put it in a suitcase it needs to be 85 centimeters. The standard size suitcases, the biggest ones that you can take without paying any extra, diagonally is 85 centimeters. So let's take this off. Not inches? I can't deal with inches. Well, I can deal with inches, but this literally is 84.5 centimeters. 80, just 85. Okay. Although I have a feeling that I have to go and organize myself a special travel storage, several unit. Because if I think about the backpack and the shoulders, I saw a few since it was battle cosplays. And the backpacks were small. In the picture you can see that the two big round things are on top. And theirs were behind their back. You couldn't see them when you're walking straight, so... But yeah, the shoulders, the neck and shoulder pieces and the backpack is going to be another challenge. Because even if I just add an extra suitcase, I don't think I'll ever be able to travel with my Artillery Witch cosplay on the plane without paying for unusual sized storage, unusual sized luggage, because that headpiece. I don't think you were here on Wednesday, were you? Oh. Because you can even see it in the freaking... I can't even put it. I had to put a but that's the helmet, because we changed the helmet, so that's my helmet. But look how big the cone is. It's like almost arm length. And there's going to be two. So it's like, to give you an idea, so if you think about it, another one on the other side, how I'm going to travel with that, I don't know. Yeah, next Wednesday we'll continue on that. Might make the helmet first out of foam so that I can start making the changes that I need. But yeah. So anyways, that worked. So put this here. I need to have a hole here somewhere. Some of these songs are just unbelievable. So now I've marked where I need to put holes. Right. Now the piece de résistance. Sorry, that was a terrible French accent. I apologize. I don't think Daz is in my stream, but sorry, Daz. Anyways, I think it's time. It's time to glue this on. Because then I have the task of trying to sand. Oh. Time to sand and make the top here look smooth and as if it's one piece. So much sanding! But yeah. Right. Let's clean it up and make sure there's no fuzzies. Right. But yeah, that helmet is going to be... Right. Oh, gloves! Because since I seem to have ripped the other ones. It's going to be an ad again in about 30 seconds. For those of you who are not a subscriber, apologies. If you don't have an ad, lucky you. And whoever watches my stream with Twitch Turbo, thank you. You don't get ads, and right. Put that lid on the save. Oh yeah, I wanted to do something before. Oh, it doesn't matter. Because I'm going to put something in there anyway. Come on, give me. This is both scary and exciting. Because I know that once I put this on, if I made any mistakes, I have to start again. Okay, let go. Damn it. Right. Sorry if I'm quiet. I'm just gluing bits together. I mean, what can I say about this? Jason! Good late night, very early morning or late night? Thank you so much for the resubscribe, Jason. And welcome. Right. We are at an exciting stage. We are going to glue the last bit on, which is pretty scary, to be honest. And I foresee many, many, many hours of sanding. Getting everything smooth. Right. That's this side done. Alright. Am I on the right side? Yes, yes you are. See, that's what happened to me today. That's what happened to me today. I've been sanding and working on things and removing glue from the little breadboard that I failed to glue in properly. And suddenly it was like 3:15, 3:30, and it's like, shit, I have to hurry up because I'm streaming soon. Like, god dang it! What happened to the time? So yeah. I wish that happened when I'm at work. Like, suddenly we start at 9 and suddenly it's 4 o'clock and I can finish. Yeah. Alright. Slowly getting there. Right. Now. Fucking spammers. Not happening in my stream. Right, let's take these off. Clean the rim a little bit. No spammers in my channel. Right. Let's put the lid on. Now, when it's almost ready to put on, I'll quickly put some super glue on the little plastic part. Because I'm pretty sure. Yep, same website. I don't understand why they think they can get away with this shit. They get banned and they just make a new website, a new account. They probably have dozens of fucking bot accounts. Like, what's the point? Well, they still must get people to use them, and that's why. But it's so fucking annoying. Right. Yeah, it was a bot. Yeah, it's the same one that tries to get you 5 more viewers. What did I say again? Cheap viewers on website, inside website here, the website word name that I have banned. So, and then it adds some, it tags someone, and that's the bot probably. Right, I think, how are we getting on that side? It's getting there. Right. Let's put some super glue on this. Yeah, no, to be honest, yeah, I get what you mean. Right. Dun dun dun! Oh. This one didn't want to go for it. I guess we'll have to... And I've got some on the edge there. Now, because there's some glue in there, I prepared the little thing that goes there. Shouldn't have closed it yet. Damn it. Yes, praise the Emperor, because it's on! There's here, it's not fully... Can I pull you off and put you on properly? A little bit. Yes, that's better. Ah! Woo! So it needs to go at this angle. Ah! Of course I put my hand in the fucking glue. Yep, that's about right. That can dry. Now, there's some work that needs to be done over there. Because it's not perfect. Right, so you can see here that it sticks out. We will because we've done some sanding. Yeah. Okay. Right, so cut the little edge off. Right. There's a battle damage. Any mistakes are just battle damage. So just you can probably see. Can you see it in the camera here? Yeah, there's a divot. Right. That's what I mean with me having to probably spend a lot of time sanding. And I just realised I should have marked where, because I have glue on the inside. Right, that's going to be a lot of sanding. Now, I don't do that on stream because that's freaking boring to watch. But I just want to do a little bit because my brain just like goes, but it's not straight. Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing I would really love for these kind of big projects is a bandsaw. So I literally can just go, without using my hands, just going straight through. Make straight lines. Because that's the one thing I have massive issues with. But yeah, I will be sanding. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, also 45-degree cuts when you need it. Yeah, bandsaw is really one of the things I would love to have. Just so I could just literally go... Like, if you look at like the backpack, it's got a lot of straight lines. Just to go... Vroom, vroom. Maybe I should have a look at Lidl and see what Parkside has. Now I am going to sand a little bit because I want to test the cover, of course. So that needs to be a little bit straight. There's so small of an edge here. Yeah, this is the problem. It takes such a big space. You know, when I win the lottery, I'll get a house with a garage and make the garage into a workroom. I mean, be nice. But yeah. Oh, believe me. I'm already happy when I get my money back when I try the lottery. Right, that looks pretty solid. Oh, it's like what's underneath? Right, first things first. I mean, I have my own house, apartment, but I do not have a garage. Ah! Sorry, I can't put this in screen because, oh god, this is tight. It's good, tight, but there's so many things I can say. Go. Did that go in there? Is that what it was? No, it's not. Oh god, don't tell me that this doesn't work. Because I know I made a mark here, so I know how far it goes in. It's not going inside the little round thing that I put in there. The end bit. No, it's not going in there because I can see exactly here. There's a mark. This mark was against that. So I know the lid is about that much. So it's not going inside that little end bit that I put in. So all that work, nothing. It's not going in. It's just balanced now though. Oh! Why did I put that in? I don't think I needed it. No, it's against the edge. No, it's not going in there. So the pipe is not as far in as I expected it to go in. Now, question. So far, doesn't seem to matter. Seems to be tight enough to have no issue. I did say I needed to put something on there so it goes, because there was like a little bit of an edge where it needed to go up. But so far, let me stand up and try something. Ah! I'm literally like, that's my green screen. Let me go to the living room. Hang on a second. You should be able to hear me, but just in case. Alright. I have literally been swinging around in my living room and it's not letting go. So I guess it doesn't matter. I just have to cut a little bit off. Or maybe not, because it's still 85 centimeters. We can look at when we make the handle, if that's going to be an issue. Right. Oh no, hang on. It's right. No, it's right, because it was in here on that level. Oh, for God's sake, I'm a fucking idiot. But can I get it out? Is the question. Oh, why does never anything go right? No, yeah, massive relief, but now I can't get the stick. There we go. My fucking brain sometimes. Oh, for God's sakes. It's good I didn't do an engineering degree, did I? That's where the thing goes. The mark was to here. So I knew where to glue once I start gluing this on, because I won't be gluing this for a while. Too worried about gluing anything. Oh my freaking God, it works. I just didn't think it was working. There we go. Just brain. See? It worked! We have a chainsaw. Now, I might have to grease it up a little. Oh, why is Henrik not here? All the double entendres today. Right, let's clean up for a second. Give myself some breathing room before I have to try and take this off again. Because it's very tight. But it also is slightly curved. I might have to address that. There's a slight curve on the top. It's probably me trying to put it on with too much pressure. Under pressure. But yeah. This side is not in the place it needs to be. We have an issue. Let's put another magnet behind it, maybe. God damn it. Yeah, we need to do something about these parts. It does connect sometimes, but it's not like grabbing it fully. So, and on this side, the magnet is too far back, it looks like. Now, question is, how easy am I going to get it apart? Now, once it's together, it needs to, I'd rather have it difficult to take apart and put together than it falling apart when I'm actually holding it. But on this side, you can see, if you can see, so this side does actually go against how I want it. You see, but it does let go very easily. But it does stay on. On the other side, it looks, if I look underneath, that the 10mm magnet on the bottom is too far back, so it doesn't reach the little magnet that's there. But that one actually does stay. So that's kind of what we're looking for. That's how we want it to look, and then there will be a little thing on top here. But this one is the problem. Oops. Yeah, I'm not sure, because if I look underneath where the other the small magnet is, it's like it's not close. It's not reaching. As in, it's if you have the two magnets on top, the top one is like a little bit here. So when it goes down, it doesn't reach the other magnet. Otherwise, it would have probably worked. It would just need to be. The bottom magnet needs to be a little bit more forward, and then it would have worked perfectly, I think. But the other thing I'm thinking of is like do what you were talking about and actually add another magnet on top, so it has extra power. Yeah, the bottom one is we just literally just glued it on top. So it's probably because the thing is we just cut like a strip from the back, so when I tried this on, it fitted properly, but now that I cut that strip off, it's moved forward, so that's probably what happened. But I'm also thinking of adding an extra 5mm magnet underneath so that it has extra pulling power, so it's not that easy that it lets go. But then again, that one didn't let go. Well, it does it, but yeah, because the same issue I have on this one, the one, it's okay though because it's close enough, so it pulls it. Yeah, because I had to, when I put it on, it seemed to be a lot bigger. So even the magnet that's on the little flap here that holds it in place is back. And here it's literally on top, yeah. So this is why it yeah. It's easier to make something cut off the back than cut off the front, but the problem is now that I measured with that little strip of like 1 centimeter. So it still works. But I do think if I move it forward, it would, because it's quite good at holding on. But I would like it to be a little bit stronger. Oh man, it's just... Sorry. This is iteration number 3, and it's so much. Hang on. Let me show you. Damn it! I got it. I'm an idiot. So, this is the very first iteration I made. So this is the back. And then that's the front. So the idea was getting there. But then I realized there's no way for me to put the handle on because I didn't put anything inside. So that's when we restarted. So iteration number 2 is this, where I actually used a flat piece of wood. And then I would use a piece of this to make the handle. And that's when we started talking about the soundboard, putting the soundboard in and putting the speakers in. And then it's like, this is for the other side. And this is where I started experimenting with the magnets. And this was actually this part, but it was going to be going over and then holding on with magnets, which wasn't as secure as how we're doing it now. But you can see there's a little bit better, a little bit more thought about it, and also you've got the little thing here. But I realised that, especially where the battery was going to sit, in between here, was really, really tight. And I was worried, because batteries can get warm. And I was worried that that might cause issues. But also, then this was where the soundboard was going to sit. And it was like, there's just so little space that I was like, right, I need to redesign this. So that's number 2. But you can also see, we scaled up a little. Because, if you can see, like, you can see that I made it a lot bigger now. Let's put it on here. Here we go. So, that's a difference size-wise. Length-wise, it's very similar, but I made the back bit a lot bigger. So you can see, especially at the back, how much bigger the handle is. And this was the original handle that I was going to do like this. And this reminds me, I need to order more spikes. I need to have a look if I still have some or not. But so that this was number 2. So yeah. Number 3 is I think the best one. I should say that because, you know, I've been working on this. But yeah, now that I've put this on, it's going to be really hard relocating that magnet. First of all, let's see if I can take it off easily. It's not glued in yet, so that's an issue. So for now, I need to just put something between there. Here we go. Yeah, that works. Of course, it doesn't take, the pipe's not glued in yet. Yeah. Now, getting it, I thought it's going to be the hardest bit. But in principle, if I need to do anything, I'm not going to take, the only time I'm taking it out completely, yeah, the only time I'm going to need to take it out completely is if I'm going to travel. Any other time, all I have to do is move this much. Because now I can reach everything. I can reach the battery, I can reach the soundboard, I can reach the speakers. So I never want to have to pull it out all the way unless I'm traveling. So yeah. Now I'm not going to glue that yet in because I need to still do some work on this, and I need to put the holes in for the speaker wires. But I need to look into this because this magnet needs to move forward. That one is okay. It doesn't bother me as much, but this one needs to move forward, and we need to glue another magnet on top of these because I think that would help. Because two on top of each other. Where did I put them? I'm not putting them back, have I? No, I haven't. This is why you need bigger battery. Magnets. Why do I always call them batteries? Why is my brain doing that? Because that's two. Two are a lot stronger than just one. And I didn't know that. I didn't think a magnet would increase by putting two on top of each other. Yeah, it does definitely help. So, we have some work to do still. Now, first of all, without the pipe, yeah, I see that one. It does work. Oh, there they are. Don't know if can I show this. So you can see underneath where the magnet is, the 10mm magnet. But if I push, you can see where the little button is. That's where my finger is. If I push this down, it misses the 10mm magnet. That's why it's not sticking. Like the other side sticks. See, that one's going down. Yeah, and that's because the top bit, the back, I had to cut part off. It was longer than the other side. So I've been measuring wrong where it had to be when I put this on. So but there's two 10mm magnets on there. There, in this part, this one, that's two 10mm magnets, and there. And both of those are good enough, because I literally, on one of them, I have to put something in between so it lets go. And then I can pull this one off. Of course, it'll be handier when the full thing is when the handle is glued in. Yeah, so when I put this on, there was quite a bit sticking out here. So every time I tested this, put it in, of course that's why this is bad, because it's, but yeah. So this needs to move about there. Oh god damn it, I didn't measure it again, did I? Okay. I would hope not so much, because otherwise the architects are a bit shit. Then again, I've seen some terrible things in construction. I also noticed. Yeah, okay. Ah! I bet! See, the only time I had really a lot of experience with engineers was when I was in the army. So I spent some time deployed in Bosnia. Or what's now Bosnia, was back then was Yugoslavia. And we had engineers on our base. Oh yeah. But what they did was they decided to build a swimming pool in their downtime. So we had a swimming pool on our base. I'm just opening up a little bit of this because it seemed to have moved a little while I was gluing it. Right, that's better. Okay. So I made a little mark on. I used. Yep, I know that feeling. Right, so how am I going to do this? I need my position. Come here, gimme. Right, so I put some Fosco marker stick on the magnet because it stays wet for a little while, and then pushed it down so you can see where I need to be. But what I'm hoping to do is actually be able to take this magnet out without carving up too much. Because this is super glue. Have I got... yeah, I've got some there. Glad I don't have to remove the other one. Still reaches enough. No, I haven't. Since I need to open up that side, so let's... if I use a Tillerant, I'll probably glue all my stuff together. Oh. There we go. I guess I have... yeah. Right. One magnet removed. Interesting. Right, so now it needs to move over there. Let me check, make a mark. Yeah, that's fine. I always say I'm probably too accident prone to do anything that might cause any other issues. Oh fuck, just realised how close my microphone is. Right, so let's see if I can carve this out. This is kind of why I did all the magnets before I put them together, so I could just easily just fill the hole. Ah, yes. Oh. Damn it. Might have to fill the other hole first. When I studied environmental science, a lot of the stuff that we did was about all kinds of different things. Like, so what you don't think about now, but which was a serious thing back in the 90s when I did it, my first study. So if you're in an office, there might be quite a few printers. Now, what most people didn't know at the time, but was realized, was that a lot of printers emit ozone. And back in those days, air conditioning or anything like that wasn't really... If you lived in, if your office was in an old building, there was no such thing as air conditioning. You opened a window. We don't do that in the winter. So one of the tasks that I was tasked with was literally in the winter, measure the ozone levels in the office. Now, I'm pretty sure now, the prints that you're buying now do not have those ozone emittance anymore. But back in the day, it was really, I've had places where they used a lot of printers, and literally, like in the room that they put all the printers, the ozone layers was like, you need to wear a hazmat suit here. So, yeah, it was interesting. We did a lot about like safety labels and stuff because we used to work with a lot of interesting stuff. Right, I need a 10mm magnet. Can I have one? Thank you. Can I have this one? Give me. Ah. Is that the wrong one? Those are the wrong ones, aren't they? Yeah, they're the ones. Oh, I have some 10x1s as well, and that's the ones. I have to make sure I do it the right way around. Yep. Right, so get my Sharpie out. Some people are always like, oh, it's not that bad. It's one of the reasons I didn't continue with I did finish the study, but one of the reasons I didn't decide to go forward with actually working in that area, after my study I joined the army, was the fact that people really weren't interested in being environmentally friendly. Now, everything is all about climate change and climate tag. But back then, it's like one of the problems we had was the ozone layer. Why do we not have a problem? Massive. We still have a problem, but not as massive as we had it. Like when we people pulled the alarm strings for the ozone layer having a problem. But because people changed and they stopped using CFOs, is why we don't have the massive problem that we thought we were going to have. And but people were just not interested. People were like, it's alright. It's not going to be that much of a problem. And we see it now, 20 years later, how much of a problem it's getting. So yeah, it was just one of those things. I need to put some clay in there as well so it levels out. Right. When so my mum worked for a university hospital. One of my research was with the department, their environmental department. And one of the cool things was that one of the things I did there was fire training. But their fire training, they were actually part of the fire team. So we literally did training, like putting on the whole fire suit, like the whole mask with oxygen, the whole fire suit, and walking through a bunker that had like 600 degrees Celsius fire in, and trying to walk through it, and just having that idea and walking up and down the stairs. That was really cool. Sometimes I forget I did some cool shit when I was younger. Yeah, it's heavy, that stuff. And it's also really weird because as soon as you wear it, your breathing changed. Because you can hear your breathing, which is really weird as well, because you normally don't hear your breathing. You can hear yourself breathe through. And but yeah, it was interesting. So when I joined the army and we had to do fire training there, which they only used smoke, they didn't use fire, I was like, yep, fine. Ah, of course. I bought some silicone brushes so I could work with the foam clay a little bit easier, instead of trying to do it with my finger, which is unruly and yeah. It's like you get so um it just focuses you so much on all the other stuff. So I'm just switching my headset. This one wants to go on. No, on, I said. Oh, I hate working with headsets. Can you go on again? Didn't mean to stop the music. Yeah, that works. So that's what a lot of people always tell me. So the headset I found, it dies after 2 hours, so it starts saying power low. So what I've done now is I put only one in. So when it says power low, I switch. So now I can still hear, but I don't need both sides in. So if you didn't know, I live in Poland. I live near the capital city of Warsaw. And so I've got quite a few American friends. So when the war started in Ukraine, and I'm telling my friends about the amount of refugees that came into Warsaw, because the trains were still running. So people were literally getting on a train and getting out in Warsaw. And one of my friends went, well, if anything hits the fan, at least you know how to shoot. Because comparing it to like America, where apparently it's quite normal to have a gun, there's more guns than people, in Europe it's not. In most countries you cannot own a gun unless you have a particular reason for it and you request a license. So you have a license, and it's usually people that are farmers, people like that, or people that do shooting for sports. Those are the only people really that have licenses usually for guns. So he's like, at least you know how to defend yourself. So, true, yeah. that is true. Yeah. Right, I need to let this clay dry. And that's why I got a little bit annoyed when one of the younger men in my Polish men in my company made a comment about the fact that they were considering either conscription or building a volunteer army against, like a reservist army. He's like, well, you're not going to get me. And I'm like, it's fine, I'll do it. And he looked at me, it's like, what do you mean? It's like, I'm ex-army. If somebody attacks, I own an apartment here. I would defend that. If Russia decided to attack Poland, then I would pick up a gun if needed be. So, oh man, I've heard so many stories about that. There's two Reddits that are really, really cool that I sometimes read. One is USA Defaultism, where they always assume that somebody is from the US. And the other is just dumb shit that US people from Americans say. And no offense to Americans, there's a lot of good people. I know a lot of good people from America. But there's also a lot of dumb people there. Like people saying like America's Second Amendment is in the world, counts in the world. It's like, no. No. You can't bring your gun to another country. I know the Canadian Border Patrol has that argument on a regular basis. Well, I have a license with a gun. Yeah, not in Canada. He's like, dude. It's why I said, like, I ain't going to America for the next another 3.5 years. Well, yeah. And if they don't fix what's going on at the moment, probably never, because but yeah, I see some people post pictures of cospatriots, people that cosplay being a soldier, and I see them holding guns wrong so often. It's like, that's so unsafe. You know a real soldier when they hold a gun with the fingers straight. The trigger finger straight. The finger is never on the fucking trigger unless you actually start to go shoot. Real people hold the finger straight. It's always straight against the guard. You don't hold your finger on the trigger unless you're going to shoot. I even did it with my airsoft guns. People always comment on why you have your finger straight. Habit. So a BB up close is quite painful as well. Right, this needs to dry. Can't glue the magnet in until it's... And it's going to take at least 24 hours to dry properly because it's a little bit thick that I put in there. There we go. You go away. Right, so do I have time to add another battery? A battery? Why do I keep saying battery when I mean magnets? Brain! Why do you keep doing that? Ah! I have no idea. Right. So, if we push these out, we can cut it off. Put another magnet on, glue it back in. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think it's this size. Yep. No, it's not. Need one size bigger. Right? That's my 10mm one. That's the big one. It does. Why does it not? Guess we'll do it this way. Come on. Get out. Come on. Ah. Right. I might have to get a new magnet out of, 2 magnets out of there. No, the other side. Yeah, that one faster. Ooh, a bit of a bigger hole. Ah. Well, to be honest, actually, I can use them. You put them to work. Just cleaning up these magnets. I keep saying batteries. I don't know why my brain says batteries when I mean magnets. Should really not use my good. God damn it. Well, true. I don't think I can save this one, but the other one was saved. Yeah, that's not safe. So it's child labour. So we need that one. And one. Yeah. So that one is for this one. Yeah, that feels a lot stronger. Right, so we need to glue these together. God damn it. How the fuck am I going to do that? With gloves. Especially when it's super glue. Where the fuck is my super glue? Oh, such a small tube. Right, make sure. For fuck's sake. No, not that way around. This way around. You go that way. Right. That should be enough. Damn it, I flipped it around, didn't I? I don't know which way is the right way now. Oh, fuck. Not my fingers! Ah! Ah! That's two glued together. Right. I need a piece that's that thickness. Okay. Yep, okay. Yeah, it's one of those things when you're like, and the problem is when you're wearing gloves like this, I have had it before when the two magnets come between, the glove goes in between them, and it's so hard to get your glove away from them. So do I glue this on this and then glue it in? That might be better. So glue there, glue there. Yoink. Oh, don't say that. I've got safety glasses. Straight on, kinda. I made a little stack. So, 2 magnets and a little stopper on top. If it looks good enough, I don't have to like put something on top, but that feels perfect. I'm not going to say anything because for a change things go right. I need to glue them in still, but okay. Right, so right. Yeah, I'm not That's why I always immediately put the freaking lid on again, because it's not the first time I leave it out and glue shit. I think that went... Look! it even looks... I may have put something on top of it that's a bit bigger looking at the... Yeah, that looks like more like a dome, so I might put a dome on that, but still, that looks that looks good. So let that dry. Now I can do the next one. So I'm looking at the time. There, these two. Oh, I can't do that yet because I need to know which... Oh no, I can do that because that magnet's still not in yet. Oh, that's so much stronger. God, get off! Pretty sure this goes this way around. Ah! Did you go where the glue was? Good, perfect. Yeah, good. Right, and that reminds me, I need to make more emotes. Come on, go in. There, where's my... There. That one. Make sure that's... Where? There. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, I've got space for... Oh, let me check. Da-da. Community, no, that's not it. Content, no. Oh, emotes. I have 3 open slots for standard emotes. Oh, I can have a lot. I have 5 more slots for animated emotes. I only have two normal emotes, and then I've got the nurse is a subscriber emote. Yeah, pretty much. Doodles! Hello, my man. How have you been? I see you occasionally stream, but you usually stream when I can't watch. No worries, dude. I will be stopping soon. I have about 20 minutes to go, and then I have to stop, so... But yay! Good to see you, man. Ah! Stuck to my freaking glove. Don't stick to my glove. God damn it! Got it. Yeah, I stream Saturdays at 7 my time, so that's 6 your time. Oh no, sorry, 3 your time. On Saturdays. I'm start at 4 my time. And on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. my time, so 6 p.m. your time. I added an extra streaming day. I normally streamed it once a week, and now I'm streaming a little bit more. Ah, okay. Yeah, I've seen that to happen on other occasions when notifications get turned off. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I was sometimes like, I'm sure I followed you. So while this is actually drying, I actually want to test this on the other side. Oh yeah. Yeah, that is solidly on. I have to push it on, but once it's on, it's 2 magnets worked. Oh yeah. Yeah, this doesn't move. Nice. Now I have to take the box off again. Yeah. Ah. Right. So, time to glue this in there, and that still needs to dry for a while, so that's... I can't do that. So actually, that's probably the time for me to stop. I'll go through what we've done. Come on. Ah! No! No, no, no! No, no, no! God damn it! Butterfingers. Don't stick to my glove. Alright, so that one's in, that one's in. Perfect. Put the glue away. Yeah, because the magnet that we moved, or I'm going to move, requires some drying. Yeah. Because that's literally what I've been doing. But yeah, we've got like, oh, the front all the way. That's the body of the. I will have to do some sanding to get that a little bit more flush. So much sanding. Yeah, that's solid now. So yeah, I need to sand that to because it's not fully in. Yeah, this is pretty much like. Okay, I'm really happy with that. So that needs to dry, and then I can glue the other magnet in. Where's the magnet? Why do I always lose everything? Granted, they're small shits, but bet you that it's somewhere here. Nope. Oh, I know where it is. There it is. So that one goes there. Once that gets on. Yeah, we complain often about the use of the cosplay tag by people that are not cosplaying. It's one of those. Right, move my chair forward. Here we go. Right, so epic happenings. Because we finally added the top layer. So this means now that I'll be, so this is the top. I'll be sanding this, trying to get this as smooth as possible. And as the little lines as possible. Then anything that still is not fully 100%, I'll be filling up with foam clay. Same with the back here. And with this part here. We'll be making it all nice and neat. That's pretty flat. This one sticks out a little, so I probably have to do something about that. Not as low as it should be. I should have tested that before I glued it in, but not the end of the world. We tested, the soundboard fits in. And the magnet keeps it in. That's perfect. So, what else? We've replaced the one singular magnet with two magnets on these, and that works. I had to replace that magnet, so once that's dry, we glue that magnet in. In general, we're cooking on gas, as they say. Need to put something heavy on that side, so it seems to be a bit going up. Something heavy. Oh. Huh. Here we go. Stay straight. So not too bad for 3 hours. Well, not even that. 2 hours and a half. 2.5 hours. And now that I've got next week, I've got some days off. Then hopefully I can get some more work done. just general neatness. Actually, what I need to do in those days is actually soldering shit on. Now, I need to order those magnetic wires, magnetic connectors, to see if they will work for the buttons. Because that would be handy. But, you know, as long as I can open it, there's enough wire for me to open it and disconnect the wires for the buttons, I can take out the whole set. So, but we need to properly wire the speakers, because as you can see, I need to put longer wires in, because they need to go all the way from here into the other side where the soundboard is. And I need to make it also disconnectable, so I can take the soundboard out if I need to fix something on the soundboard without removing the speakers. I need to do a better solder job on that. And we need to put in the other speaker cover again, because I managed to melt it with my heat gun. So that's something we'll do at the very last moment when we start painting. So that's pretty much. So when that's all done, we can start measuring for the new handle, because this one is too short. The handle starts, if I put this on top like that, the handle starts around here. Because I made it so much bigger, the handle needs to go make bigger, because otherwise my hand's going to be like, so it needs to be going over there. So we need to start building that. Might make some drawings so we can start building the foam mod. And also, one of the things, like, I put a circle on here. And I need to look at, I need to find my, I need to write this down. Search for my foam spikes. So I have no idea where they are. Find, if I don't write it down, I will forget it. Find foam cones. Cones there. So I need new ones. Don't think I can. I might have to space them out differently if this is going to be bigger. Because, yeah, there's 4 on the picture. There are 4 on the picture, aren't there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Yes, 4. So we're going to start building this handle. Yes. Yeah, so you did, I don't think you saw that. So, yes, I threw something down again. So this is iteration number 3. This is iteration number 2. And yeah, you can see that this area is now this area. So I can probably, I won't do it, but yeah, it's, so I've increased the size. But also, yeah, I was going to put the soundboard in this little area. And I realized it's just far too tight. So we redesigned and went to iteration number 3. And that's where the modular idea came from. So that if I ever want to put it in a suitcase, I can. So yeah. And that one, this handle is from that one. But also one of the things I was looking at, and see if you guys agree, this bottom part, I put a sphere on. But now that I'm looking at the close-up picture, it looks more like to be like a hexagonal, I hate that word, hexagonal, Damn it! I don't know how to say that. But it seems to be a bolt, so it has flat sides. Thanks. Yeah, it's been an engineering problem. Yeah, it looks like a big nut, isn't it? Yeah. So, sides foam cones. I need to get another switch because I only bought one. I might need to buy a bigger one than the one that I have here. How big are you? Yeah, it's just the way it looks. You know, if I'm going for accuracy. Because I think... Oh. Use the centimeters. Yeah, that's 50 millimeters. I think that's the biggest that they had. And if that's true, then I'll just have to use some foam clay to make it into a hexagonal. Because I do think I need a slightly bigger one. Sorry, I was cleaning up at the same time. Go there, go there. Scissors go there. I'm happy that I decided on this new IKEA frame that I have now. I have more space to put and hang stuff and. But yeah, so this needs to. We need to start drawing it out, and so we can start building it. So I need to find foam cones. Put that on the corner so I can see it when I walk past. Right. So those of you that know me, you might know this. For Saturdays, I do have a cut-off date. So I have a time that I have to finish. Because I play a video game called PlanetSide 2. And at Saturdays at 8 o'clock my time, we have ops. And I'm one of the squad leaders. So I have to be there on time. It means I have to eat before that. I need to feed my cat before that. And I need to come down and chill from my brain being in crafting mode, going back into gaming mode. So yeah, I need to chill myself. So we're gonna stop the let's not stop the music just yet. But yeah, so oh yeah, and I need to write down because I know I don't have any more space. I actually found a Czech cosplay supplier that has all these things, so that'd be good. Anyways, let's have a look if there's somebody out there that we can raid. And yes, I still need a freaking raid emote. That's absolutely one that I need. A raid emote. Right. Yes, Doodles. Hopefully I need to catch one of your streams. I think I once hung out when I was working, so I was like lurking because couldn't be on my computer. But yeah, we'll find each other again. Don't worry. Right. Okay. Keep an eye out on the. Right. Let's see. Well, yeah. First things first. Add English because there seems to be a lot more foreign, which is great. I mean, Starry we're talking about. We need to do a Dutch stream. Nobody will understand us. Most, I think, except Starry and me. We're the only Dutch people that watch. Oh, wait, Lady Loz is Dutch as well. But that'll be cool. Right, everybody be like, subtitles! There must be more Dutch people out there. I know there's some big Dutch streamers, but they're all gaming streamers. You know. Right. Is anybody streaming cosplay? Oh! Yes! Evil Ted Smith is on. Is he started yet? Can I hear it? Is it Happy Alien Day? Aliens, the movie. Right, that's deal. We'll go raid Evil Ted. Right, let me to pause the music for a second. Right, so Evil Ted Smith is a other cosplayer. Yes, him coming in finished props. Exactly. Evil Ted is awesome. I have some of his patterns. I have some from his books as well. So, yeah, so he is absolutely brilliant. He also works in the industry. He has done stuff in the industry, as in Hollywood industry, because he's in America. He has done a Sisters of Battle, so I have got his grenades in my pattern thing from when I started going to make my grenades. He made more of the traditional helmeted Sisters of Battle with the high heels and stuff, so I don't do that. But he has made the grenades, so I've got the grenades on his pattern that I have. No problem, Joe. Have a good evening if you're leaving us. Yeah, feel free to go and say hi to Evil Ted. He is a brilliant. His Facebook group is brilliant as well. People are so nice there. Yes, they are absolutely. No, I do not. No, snooze the ad break. So, right. Have a good rest of the weekend. As always, stay safe. And let's go raid Evil Ted Smith. See you later.